Yo, 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 what up, beautiful people? What is going on? What is happening? If you're in Tennessee, I hope you ain't flooded out, floating around on a boat. Been crazy, been crazy. But yeah, so once again, it's me, Derek Furlow Jr., entrepreneur, speaker, and author of the book, What's Next? How to Transition Like a Champion. Get this hat in my face. It's doing its own thing. I'm just trying to keep it out of the way. But yeah, so I was working on some stuff today, and I had this little aha moment. So I figured I'd come and share the aha with you all, because you might be an athlete, you might be in transition, or you might just be both an athlete in transition. So I wanted to give you this little knowledge because I figured it may be beneficial to you, and it is called athletes are prepped for sales. Now, I'm going to talk about this athlete specifically. However, I believe a lot of people are prepped for sales. But from an athlete perspective, I'm going to give it to you this way, because that's what I know. So it's on the route that I share with you. So in the meantime, in between time, you can transition like a champ too. And when I mean athletes are prepped for sales, I say that meaning this. When you're an athlete, whatever sport you play, at whatever level you start on, at whatever level you finish on, what's going on, Jordan? You have to initially sell yourself that you're going to be good enough, you're going to be strong enough, you're going to be fast enough. What's going on, Lisa? That you're going to be capable of being the best player on the field, the best player on the team. You're capable of making plays. You got to convince yourself. You got to sell yourself that you are capable of being that particular athlete, right? But not only do you got to sell yourself on the front end, you also got to sell your coach that you deserve to play. You got to sell your coach that you deserve to be starting. You got to sell your coach that you're better than his son or his daughter, because y'all on the same team. So as an athlete on the front end at a young age, you are already in the sales game and don't even know it. Because first you're selling yourself that you're big enough, strong enough, fast enough, tough enough, brave enough, crazy enough, right? Especially depending on what sport you play. Because I played football, basketball, and track, but I wasn't crazy enough. I couldn't sell myself on playing baseball because I didn't trust people throwing balls by my face. So I sold myself that I wasn't crazy enough to stand in front of a plate when a guy throwing the ball by my face. So I sold myself. Baseball wasn't for me. Crazy. I should have played baseball though. They make more money. But anyways, so you got to sell yourself first, right? Then you got to sell the coach. Now you're selling the coach, hey coach, he wants you to play this position because it's better for the team. But you got to sell your coach on why you need to play cornerback, because based off your size and your strengths, it got you a better chance of going to the league. So now you selling the coach on why you need to be playing one position versus the other position, and why you better than the guy that's backing you up, and why you need to be playing on special teams, and why you need more reps, and why you didn't really want to go to class, and why you really don't want to go full speed at practice, or why you need to be doing this when a guy is running a certain route on the field. So now you're selling coach on what you see and what you do. What's going on, Frank? Great night the other night, man. They've got to put on the show over there. So you're doing sales, athletes. If you are in the ring, you're selling your opponent that, hey, if you throw that hook, I'm gonna come back with a jab. I'm gonna sleep. You don't want to do that. You're always selling. So when you think about it from a sports perspective, in football, if you're a receiver, you're selling the guy on the route. You're selling, if you're O-line, D-line, you're selling them that it's gonna be a run play versus a pass play. If you're a safety, you're selling that you blitzing when you drop to the zone. If you're a quarterback, you're selling the short route or the deep route or the post route for the corner route. Like, you're in sales on a regular basis as an athlete. Like, if you're playing basketball, you're selling the crossover so you can get a quick step on them and drive. Like, if you're playing if you're playing baseball and you're the pitcher, you selling that change up to look like it's a fastball when it's coming out, or look like it's a slider. So athletes, you're already prepped for sales. Everything you've been doing, you've been prepping for sales, because you're selling somebody on making something look like what it is when it's really not. You selling them on making them go this way when you're trying to go that way. You selling them on an idea or a concept so that you can win. Now, when sales need to be a win-win across the board, but however, the thought process of sales, it starts early in athletes at a young age. And a lot of times we don't even understand it, but if you can understand that correlation of selling somebody and believing in yourself enough to say, hey, I'm going to be the best at this. I'm going to be the baddest at this. I'm going to be the strongest at this. I'm going to be number one at this. When you get ready to transition into the workspace, what's going on, Matthew? When you get ready to transition into the business space, guess what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to sell yourself that you're going to be the best at this position. You're going to be the best in this job. You're going to be the best they ever hired. And then you're going to have to sell your boss that, hey, you need to have this particular office because of this. You need to make this much money because of that. You need to be doing these type of things because of that. So guess what you're doing? You're already back in the sales game again. So when you get ready to make this transition, when the cleats off, you're out the pool, you're out the water, the bat hung up, and you're trying to figure out what's next for your life, think about the sales game. You've been doing this your whole life. But I'm going to give you a couple pointers that's going to allow you to make that transition real smooth. Because when you think about it from a sports perspective, LFA, you think about it from a sports perspective, you found something that you like, love, or passionate about, you believed in. Let's talk about yourself. And you sold yourself on the idea that you can be the biggest, baddest, strongest, toughest. So when you get ready to transition into the sales game or into business, look for sales, look for a product or a company or something you can believe in, that you like, that you can stand behind. And then all you got to do is convince yourself it's the best, it's the baddest, and now you got to just tell everybody else about it, just like you was telling everybody you was the biggest, the baddest, the strongest, the fastest, just like you did in sports. So the correlation there, the opportunity is there. However, most of the time, you never put those two things together because you never really think about sales. And nobody really show you how you can make that correlation from something that you've been doing all your life, selling your coach on your position, selling the media on why they need to keep showing you on these highlight reels, selling a coach on why you need to continue to start versus the other guy, selling your teammates that you're going to have their back, that they can depend on you, that you're going to be the clutch player. Like, you've been in sales the whole time. Like, that's what you do as an athlete. You sell them on the idea that you're going to finish. And hopefully you finish. And if you finish, all of a sudden they start believing that you're going to finish every single time. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it works. Like when you see Tennessee right now, when they went on that 18, 17, 15, however many game winning streak, they sold the country that they number one in America in basketball. And then all of a sudden they lose a game or two, people become unsold. But guess what? At the end of the day, they sold, they delivered, they showed up, they showed the media, convinced the media that they could produce and show up over and over and over again consistently. So they sold themselves on getting that number one spot. It's the same thing. And the commission for it is the attention. The commission for it is going to be the seeding they're going to get. The commission for it, the coach definitely get a commission for it. But at the end of the day, it's commissions for the sales on different levels. It's different scales to the commission. In sports, it's going to be different scales to the commission when you get in business. But at the end of the day, you are already in sales. So when you're getting ready to look for that thing you're going to do next and you're trying to figure out how you're going to transition, don't sleep on the sales game. You are already in it. Athletes, you're already in it. Actually, a lot of people, you're already in it. You just got to figure out how you can take it, correlate it, and carry it over. Because every single day you selling somebody on your ideas, your thoughts, your perspective. You're selling your wife or your husband on why they like you and why they don't like you. Like at the end of the day, you already in it. So how can you continue to get better at it, sharpen the craft, sharpen the skill, and thrive like you did as an athlete on the court, on the track, in the pool, on the mound, on the field, whatever that was, you sold yourself and people bought into your abilities and what you could do and how you produce. But when you get ready to transition, don't overlook the sales game. Because all you got to do is sell yourself again on whatever that product is, that company is, that service is, and go ahead and produce it and sell people on that same idea, that same concept, just like you sold yourself on it in sports, and go ahead and produce, and that commission will come the same. So sales is one particular transition that I believe athletes get a chance to take advantage of if they can realize the correlation, and because you already prepped for it. However, there are a lot of things that athletes are prepped for. We ain't gonna get into all of them today, but sales is one of those ones that you are already prepped for, and when you get into it, if you do it right, it can change your life. It can change your life. Because at the end of the day, you got to master the game, just like you mastered your sport. But I just wanted to come to y'all to give y'all that nugget. I was thinking about it, and athletes, you're already prepped. You're selling your coach every day. You're telling your professors every single day when you go to class on why you don't need that much work because you got the travel schedule, or why you need to turn this in early, or you're telling your academic advisors on why you don't need to take that hard class, or why you need a tutor for this class. You're telling your nutritionist on why you want to eat that ice cream even though you know you should be eating some yogurt because you're already weighed in overweight. Like, come on, like the sale never ends. You're selling your scrim coach on why you really don't need to lift all this heavy weight right now because how so you are. Like, the sale never ends. You're probably gonna lift the weight anyway, but like you're always selling. Like you're prepped for the game already. And the more you realize that, the more, for one, you get a chance to practice it, the better you're gonna become. So when the game is over, when you hang up the cleats, when you take off the pads, the helmets, put down the ball, the bat, whatever sport you play, you could transition into the sales game and be the bomb.com at it because you already done figured it out. You already got it sold up. You already done had a chance to get those reps in. You already done had a chance to get 10,000 hours in making you a pro. Now all you got to do is switch it up, change the profession, go find a product that you can believe in and do the same thing over and over and over again and ball till you fall. So yeah, those are my thoughts. So I wanted to share those with you. If you know anybody that's an athlete that's transitioning, tell them to check out sales. If you know anybody that's an athlete that's not in sales, that's not where they want to be financially, tell them to check out sales. And if you know anybody that's an athlete that's still playing right now, that haven't had a chance to transition, that's not thinking about the sales game, show them this video. Tag them in this video so they can understand, look, this game you playing is prepping you for a lot of stuff. Sales just happen to be one of them. Sales just so can happen to pay you a whole lot of money if you get real good at it. So I just want to come to you and give you those thoughts, those little nuggets to feed your mind, feed the grind. As I was thinking about them, I figured I'd share them with you. So look, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And in the meantime, in between time, you go do what you do. I just look forward to helping you transition like a champion. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm finna get up out of here and go find something else to do with my life besides sit and talk and think and write and all the other good stuff I was doing. Hopefully y'all are having a good one. Stay dry out there, my people.